There are a couple of MGTOW channels that I follow semi-regularly, um, not enthusiastically, not every day, but I occasionally watch their content. I guess that's the word we use right now, content. And watching a couple of them got me interested in this particular subject. They were discussing how women partake of pornography. Hey, that's good alliteration there. Women partake of pornography. In well, I guess a surprise. What for me is a surprising number, proportionally speaking, and it seems that and it also seems that the choices that women make of what to watch, the kind of again content to focus in on is a bit more a bit surprising. And these MGTOW content creators were saying, were reflecting on how men get this rap for being exploitative, and pornography is generally seen as a thing where women are victims of exploitation, and the consumption is overwhelmingly male. Well, apparently, according to the statistics that were kept by Pornhub for the year 2019, I guess that's they don't have any newer samples on file yet, or results on file yet. But according to this site that was, I guess, tracking their own traffic, and was able to keep track of who was a man and who was a woman, and I don't exactly know how that's done. I guess that because do you have to log in as a person? And if you log in as a person with a name, how do they know who you are? How do they know that you're really male? How do they know that you're really female? I mean, I don't know any of that. But apparently, they to them anyway, they have some satisfactory way of seeing who's male and who's female, and who among them. Among the men, what kind of stuff are they watching, and among the women, what kind of stuff are they watching? Now, I'm just going to focus on the women here, because this is what was really harped on by these MGTOW guys, and I think it's worth a look. And some of the stuff, it's going to be kind of embarrassing for me to say. I don't talk that explicitly here. I'm not that comfortable with explicit language, but a lot of these labels that are broken down into rather explicit categories. So here we go. So they have what I'm focusing in on are the areas of content that women are proportionally much higher than men, much more likely to want to consume. As far as their pornography goes. Okay, the top category in this list, women are 260% more likely to want to see pussy licking than men are, and I guess that's not surprising. Okay. Solo male comes second. They're 222% more likely to want to see a solo male. That's not surprising in the least. If I guess a solo male means a man just alone doing stuff to himself. What man wants to watch that? Unless he's into men, I guess. But okay, next we've got fingering, which I'm guessing means fingering of the genitals, the female genital area. So they're 183% more likely to watch fingering than men are. Again, I guess not surprising. Popular with women, that's a category, I guess, just you look up something that it just happens to be popular with women. That's 149%. Lesbian is 147. They're 147% more likely to watch lesbian porn if you're a woman than if you're a man. This kind of shocks me. And this is a head scratcher. And I'm trying to figure it out. And I think that it can be one of two things, or maybe a combination of two things. First of all, it could be that women who identify as lesbian are much more likely to watch pornography, proportionally speaking. Or it could be that women who generally think of themselves as straight, nevertheless, like to watch lesbian pornography, for one reason or another. I would say that if you are a woman being interested in or attracted to in some way other women is less of a weird or unusual thing if you're straight than it is for a man to be into seeing other men. I say this because I think that, I think if you're a woman, the notion of kissing another woman isn't just like an absolute gross out idea. It's just sort of like, well, I'm not really into that, but I could do it, and it would kind of be harmless. Whereas if you're a straight man, the thought of kissing another man is not harmless. And the thought of engaging in any kind of coitus with another man, any kind of penetration with another man, if you're not homosexual, is absolutely disgusting and appalling. There's a much more of a chasm that you have to cross, and that's why I think it's harder to be a bisexual man. Harder. I have a harder time understanding bisexual men than bisexual women, because, a woman with a woman, it's sort of I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's not quite as, you're not asked to do there's not so much penetration involved. I'll just put it that way. Unnatural penetration, unseemly penetration of things that generally you would not want to have penetrated, and that you would not want to penetrate in somebody else, right? Any man who's been to the doctor for a prostate exam can say amen to that. Okay. Anyhow, moving down the list, scissoring, what lesbians do, I guess, is 139% more likely to be viewed by women than men. Again, maybe this is because a bunch more lesbian women watch porn than straight women, or it could be that a lot of straight women are sort of like to watch lesbian stuff more often than one would have thought. All right, muscular men. Women are 137% more likely to watch than men. No surprise there. Romantic. I don't know what romantic means exactly, but I guess it's just sort of like, oh, he bought her flowers, and then they're having sex or something like that. Women are 130% more likely to watch romantic porn. Romantic porn. That's very oxymoronic sounding to my ears, but that's just me. Okay, moving down the list. Male. Bi meaning bisexual male. Women are 90% more likely to be interested in the bi male than men are. I guess that isn't a surprise, because maybe women sometimes like to see men with other men. Just like, I mean, that's why the lesbian, ranking so much higher with women than men is surprising, because I don't think any man can deny that seeing two women together is something that is enjoyed by a lot of men. Okay, but apparently more enjoyed by women. Okay, so here's where it gets a little interesting. Double penetration. 89% more likely to be viewed by women than by men. 89% more likely to be viewed by women. Double penetration. That's stuff that's like, for me anyway, nah, I don't want to see that. But my hunch would have been that men would be much more into that kind of stuff than women, but I'm wrong. According to Pornhub, according to the statistics that they found, that they were able to unearth, women are 89% more likely to be into double penetration. Women are also 88% more likely to be into the threesome. Now, I don't know if the threesome is just always presumed to be a man with two women, or if it can be anything. If it could be a woman with two men, or if it could be three women or three men. I don't know. But nevertheless, I would have assumed that the threesome, especially the two girl, one guy version of the threesome, I would have thought that would be way more of a male thing to want to watch than women, but apparently not. Gangbang, finally, this is the last thing listed on this list of things that women are more likely to be into than men. Gangbang is 85% more likely to be viewed by women than by men. So these last three are really quite surprising, to me anyway. Double penetration, threesomes, and gangbang. Those are all 89 to 85% more likely to be viewed by women than by men. Okay. So I wonder what that's all about. I wonder what that suggests about the modern female psyche, that these kinds of activities, double penetrations, threesomes, and gangbangs. The gangbang is like a woman just being well, without getting too explicit, it's a woman and a bunch of men all over her, penetrating her in different ways. I would have somehow thought, even though that's something that's totally repellent to me and I would not want to see. And by the way, anything explicit has absolutely no draw to me. I don't want to see close-ups of genitalia, but it seems that a lot of people do. And I would have thought that most of the people who liked to see those kinds of close-ups of genitalia and moment of orgasm, close-ups of orgasms, and fluids being passed and all that kind of stuff. I would have thought that would be, again, something that more men would be into than women, but it doesn't seem to be the case, at least not according to the statistics compiled by Pornhub. So what to make of all of this? I don't know exactly. I don't have I don't have a conclusion that I've reached from this material, but it is something that is interesting to think about. I think the fact that, again, according to these statistics that were compiled by this porn site, that according to them, 32% of porn consumers are women, which is up 3% from the previous year, that doesn't suggest anything that's really good about anybody, really. The fact that there's more women watching porn is probably not a great thing, but it's not a great thing that porn is so readily accessible. I'm anti-porn. I will say that. I don't think that pornography is a good thing. I think it should be avoided for all the various and sundry reasons that I needn't go into here. But I just wonder what to make of the fact that that these rougher kinds of that like rough sex and more more non-traditional pairings, or more than pairings. Pairing just means two, but these more non-traditional and sometimes violent. Gangbang, I think, has to be kind of rough, kind of violent. And by the way, although it's not on this list, rough sex is apparently much more interesting for women to watch than for men. I wonder what that's all about. I'm tempted to think that because women are told these days that they have to act like men in real life, they have to act more like men, and they're just as strong as men. And we see movies where a 115-pound girl beats up a bunch of 250-pound muscle men, and because she's a woman and women are strong and all this crap. And all of this kind of relentless propaganda. I wonder if women feel like they're being denied the role of the more natural role of submissiveness, and so they seek out these more what I would think of as degrading kinds of sexual activity in porn, because they see less of it, or there's less of a chance for them to be femininely submissive. That's looked down upon, that's frowned upon, that's seen as them being weak, and that they're encouraged to behave more like men and to compete with men. And so if they feel more traditionally womanly, that's seen as a bad thing. So maybe that's what these results reflect. I don't know. I'm interested to hear what anybody else might think. And thanks for watching. My name is Andy Nowicki. Please check out my work at altrightnovelist.com. My new book, The Insurrectionist, is coming out in a mere matter of days. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you informed on that. Talk to y'all later.